Introduction to Middle East Regional Dynamics. The Middle East is a complex and dynamic region shaped by the interplay of powerful nations with diverse interests and ideologies. This presentation will explore the foreign policy strategies of key players Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Israel, and analyzing their interactions and implications for regional stability and global geopolitics. Overview of key players Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Israel. A major regional power, Saudi Arabia is a critical U.S. ally in the Middle East, wielding significant influence through its oil wells and religious authority as the custodian of Islam's holiest cities. Iran, theoretical republic and regional rival to Saudi Arabia, Iran seeks to expand its influence through support for proxy groups and its nuclear programs, posing a threat to Israel and other U.S. allies. Israel, the only Jewish state in the world, Israel is a close U.S. partner and dominant military power in the region. It views Iran as an existential threat and has taken a hard line against Palestinian statehood. Foreign policy strategies of Saudi Arabia. Containment of Iran. Saudi Arabia sees Iran as its primary rival in the region and has sought to counter Iranian influence through military intervention in Yemen and support for anti-Iranian groups, strengthening alliance. The kingdom has cultivated close ties with the United States, leveraging its oil wells and regional influence to maintain U.S. support and access to advanced military equipment. Domestic reforms. Under Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia has undertaken significant social and economic reforms, including allowing women to drive and diversifying the economy beyond oil. Foreign policy strategies of Iran. Asserting regional dominance. Iran seeks to expand its influence in the Middle East through support for proxy groups such as Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen to counter Saudi and Israeli influence. Developing nuclear capabilities. Iran's nuclear program has been a major source of tension with the international community as it's viewed as a potential pathway to developing nuclear weapons. Resisting U.S. pressure, Iran has sought to counter U.S. sanctions and pressure through economic diversification, strengthening ties with China and Russia, and pursuing a more assertive foreign policy. Foreign policy strategies of Israel. Security and deterrence. Israel's foreign policy is primarily driven by the pursuit of national security, maintaining military superiority and deterring potential threats from neighboring countries and non-state actors. Expanding diplomatic ties. In recent years, Israel has sought to strengthen its regional and global diplomatic ties, including normalization agreements with several Arab states, to counter its isolation and bolster its international standing. Confronting Iran. Israel views Iran's nuclear program and regional ambitions as an extension threat and has actively worked to thwart Iran's influence through covert operation, airstrikes, and support for anti-Iranian groups. Analyzing interaction and tensions among the key players. Regional rivalry. The competition for regional dominance between Saudi Arabia and Iran has fueled proxy conflicts such as war in Yemen and heightened sectarian tensions in the Middle East. Israel-Iran conflict. The ongoing confrontation between Israel and Iran, driven by Israel's concerns about Iran's nuclear ambitions and support for anti-Israeli groups, has led to covert operations, cyber attacks, and the risk of direct military conflict. Shifting alliance. The dynamics of regional power have been further complicated by the shifting alliance and rivalries with countries like Turkey and Qatar playing an increasingly influential role in the region. Implications for regional stability and global geopolitics. Nuclear proliferation. The risks of nuclear proliferation in the region, driven by Iran's nuclear program and Israel's perceived need for a deterrent, pose a significant threat to regional and global stability. Rise of extremism. The ongoing conflict power struggles in the region have created an environment conducive to the rise of extremist groups such as ISIS, which have had far-reaching consequences for global security. Economic implications. Instability in the Middle East can have significant economic repercussions affecting global energy markets, trade, and investment, with ripple effects felt around the world. Conclusion and recommendations. In conclusion, the foreign policy strategies of key players in the Middle East have profound implications for regional stability and the global geopolitics. To address the complex challenges in the region, a multi-phased approach is needed, focusing on diplomatic engagement, conflict resolution, and multilateral cooperation. So, thank you for attention here. Our journey to the foreign policy strategies of key players in the Middle East, especially Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Israel, comes to end. Here with you was Minara Mirsultanova, student of International Relations Faculty. Thank you for watching.